The reason for the demo today is to share with you an idea that companies like yours in the utility sector tell us helps them achieve over 99.9% accuracy in their billing practices. Our solution ties financial records, customer information, route and meter data, and all other mission-critical information into one database, giving you and your staff unprecedented access to the information they need to provide your customers with an exceptional experience. BlueOceanUtility is a certified solution designed by and for small and medium utilities up to about 100,000 customers. Let's take a brief look at the system, starting with the account screen or the account master. From this screen, most of the transactions and customer requests can be executed. The idea is that the financial, billing and service departments can perform their jobs from this screen. When we first pull up an account, which is a property, this screen appears. At the top, at a glance, we can see key information about the property, its address, the customer related to the property, and the services consumed by that customer. Additional information concerning the geographical location, the meter reading route, whether the property is taxable, occupied, if they have a solar installation, in which case we can have feed-in tariffs calculated. Let's look at the customer next. On the customer tab, we can see important information about the customer, whether they are an owner or a tenant, or possibly a tradesperson who performs certain activities or obtains permits for that property. For billing purposes, we'll indicate that this person is the payer and that they receive a copy of the bill. Note also from this screen that we can add a new customer to a property directly from the screen. We can collect a deposit for a first-time tenant or customer, and we can assess a penalty. An important aspect of the system is the golden arrow, which is the ability to drill down wherever we see a golden arrow into the underlying information. So for instance, if we drill down on the customer, this will take us to the customer master data, which includes information like their address, contact people, payment terms, and accounting information. Note that we could drill down even further wherever we see a golden arrow, so in this case we could drill down and see the account history, balance of all bills and payments, the total agreeing with the amount that shows on the account master screen. The next screen we'll look at is the billing history. And the billing history shows us all of the bills which have been issued to this customer. If we select a line, we see all of the services which have been consumed on that particular bill. By following the golden arrow, we can actually get to the underlying document itself, and by going to the preview, we can see the bill that was sent to that customer. Note on this bill that it could also be barcoded so that incoming payments can be automatically matched with outstanding bills. Now let's look at the meter tab. The meter tab contains information about all meters installed to measure services consumed. Note that on this screen, common functions like attaching a new meter, a one-time reading of a meter, and replacing the meter can all be performed from this screen without moving to another screen. Again, if we click on a line, we can see a complete detailed history of all readings. If we drill on the meter ID, we'll see a screen that gives us important information about the meter itself. For instance, it's a one dial meter. The read direction is left to right. The dial size is 5 digits. And if we drill further down, we could actually see information about the meter itself, single phase 200 amp house meter, and we could see how many meters we have in stock, committed to be installed, that is, ordered, showing that we have 67 meters available. A full inventory management system is available, and as you can see, meters can be inventoried, sold, or purchased. In our case, all three. If we go to the Replace Meter button, immediately a service call is initiated, and this service call will instruct the service department to go and replace the meter. On the Service tab, we can see all of the services consumed by the account. Again, we can add a meter or put a new meter or replacement meter in. From this tab, we can also preview billing, do a service cutover, for instance, when a house is sold, suspend service, do an off-cycle billing, or directly request service from the service department. We can add recurring fixed service or one-time charge services. Route information allows us to view a route, the sequence of reads in that route, and allows us to move or change the sequence of the reading. This particular feature is tied into the meter reading system. Service calls are recorded in the system. There's a complete history of all service calls against each property or account. And from this screen, we can schedule a new service call, we can send a message to the customer, or we can send a message to service. The service call details can be called up by highlighting the line, and the service call activity, and a description of what the activity was. Additionally, we have the capability of initiating budget billing for an account. We can collect deposits, we can look at payment history, we can attach notes to the account, which will be maintained historically, and we can also put attachments against the account, for instance, a photograph of a meter or similar type attachments. Could be a document. I've been focusing so far on the BlueOceanUtility solution. This is part of an overall integrated solution that covers purchasing and accounts payable, banking, inventory, MRP if you wish to use it, and human resources. There's a full reporting capability available, and standard reports, for instance, statement of revenues and expenditures, consumption reports with historical data, budget reports and budget variance reports with comparisons of year on year, this month versus last month, this month this year versus the same month last year. All of these are available. A couple of examples. The consumption reports have a graphical as well as a Excel presentation. So for the last 5 years, you can see by month on this report kilowatt hours consumed, and we have comparisons here. We also have a statement of revenues and expenditures, which can be at various levels. This is at the level 1, level above the general ledger account. So in summary, we can see, for instance, residential sales last year, the current budget, current year, deviation from budget. That concludes the short demonstration of the BlueOcean system utility.